どうも、ヨミです。本日はヴァンパイアやっていきたいと思います。ああ。あれ、なんか変わったな、位置。なんでだろう。話しかけたら、それでよかったのか。あ、こっちはどうやっていくんだろう。ぐるっと回っていかないといけない。それか、これか。いるだけか。あれ？なんでだっけ？なんか位置が変わった気がするんだ。のせい。これなんかか。
For now.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want
So you won't tell me your...
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys.
Do you know where I can find...
The sad saint. Why on earth?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Shortnap.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate.
There has to be more...
No, really. One of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives it.
I think you're wrong. Maybe the docks have always been violent, but you can't say the living don't suffer because of it.
And then what? Let the commies and the anarchists rule? Nah. We're the wet boot boys. Our fathers died on these docks and they belong to us.
Are you some kind of vigil?
Something like that, but the police aren't...
So you're a concerned criminal.
Using funny jokes about...
I saw many men like you during the war.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
So, tell me about...
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts.
What can you tell me?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control...
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are...
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time.
More efficient? Really? You should probably...
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Hello.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwin.
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once. What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all.
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I...
Goodbye.
中心地
Foolish girl and her pre-principles. Got no idea who she'd be.
こういるぞ。入っておかないとあれなんだよな。あ、運営がいい。あれ？どこだっけ？これ。隠れ家どこ？
The epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
お？なんだ？
It's locked.
Could have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
これおこれか
Foolish girl and her pre-principles. Got no idea who she'd be. Pleasure, sir. Been a while.
ぶりな
Since we've seen any new faces round here.
もう美味しそうなやつ
You still working it?
Sabrina, tell me,
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it.
who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates Joe.
Goodbye.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go.
ここにいるのか。人の数って何て
Hello, boy.
Hello.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to...
No, it's just that
Well, I won't.
my name is Rufus, sir.
Do you know a man who lives in this pub?
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows it.
Are you alone?
I don't know.
So you have no home?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things...
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs...
Why do you think she's so
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost.
What can you tell?
It's all about staying out of trouble.
Why do people...
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought of...
Where else would I go?
What do you do?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind of...
Do you have a...
It's hard to work. What with my head and all.
What do people...
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys.
So long.
Some call this the bad part of town. I've been worse.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some...
Don't like questions. Or doctors.
What can you tell me?
A shithole filled with maggots.
Are you thinking about someone?
No? Hate them all.
Is there no one who deserves...
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen.
What's your...
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so.
You seem upset.
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Goodbye. Good evening, madam.
Why?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people.
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry.
It's locked.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days. So you have questions about...
Yes.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son does...
How is life?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to...
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think?
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what...
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory. but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum. In exchange...
Did your husband...
Oh no. My Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffold.
How do you pay the...
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy.
The orphan that regards you as a mother, please tell me...
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Goodbye.
新しいそれなかった。こういるんだけど、これ病気じゃん。
Good evening, Mr. Fisher.
Yeah.
Do you require... I don't...
Is it your...
Goodbye, Mr. Fish.
かな？港。
Seems like the guard of Pre is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
マジでやばい。痛い。 れマジで痛いんだが来た。とかしないと無理だな。
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. It's locked, all right.
マジか。と戦うのかな。戦ってたよ。
Best be on your way home. It ain't human. Kill it.
そうか。いるの。
This one's mine!
およそみたいなそんなことはない。どこ？上？
It's locked.
マジか。ないこれいけたりもしないな。北側ということは西側のこれ行かないといけないの。いけたと。ないな。なんで？先生。これすごかな。こんな感じで。 いいのかな。ああ、これそうつながってる。
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Sorry, sir. No admittance.
入らんかったら攻撃来ないんだ。流れやっけ。
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
これはこれ。ああ、だいぶいかない。
Die, vermin! Lightly! Talk to us! Lord, give us strength! I have to step! Right on! Back to the shadows!
This is despicable.
上だな。これ出るとこ。はい。あれ、人がいる。
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
May I ask?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money.
Why such hatred?
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
What can you tell?
Tell you what, just spend a few...
If you have something to say...
Oh, you want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind. And you...
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't.
All right.
I'm looking for short...
What is it you want?
Well...
結構人が多い。
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Is it not dangerous to work?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, miss?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about...
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not...
What can you tell me?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back.
You really think I...
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards.
Which local dangers must have...
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so...
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No...
I'm looking for Sean
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton...
Goodbye.
You're lot slurping soon before bed.
I know I promised you I'd make everything right now.
後半がいない。
It's locked, all right. This must be a picture of the bomb explosion Dyson Delaney spoke of.
似てる。中心地。目立つように。この金が多分来るのか。かなぁ。この人ちょっと探してみるか。
Glad to...
Lottie,
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
is that not
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites.
I understand your fight, but the
I can defend myself. My only concern is about Giselle. I'm not sure my sister is able to fight anymore.
Goodbye.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about him.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Is it all that worries you, Sean? My long face? Really?
This is a blessing for me to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter. What more could I want?
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I have to see for myself. But your sense of purpose and calm gives me some relief.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot enter.
今3人かよ。ああ。お？あっちこれは開けるかな。わからん。
I hope they'll all return to the shadow.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I...
Have you heard of the...
Of course.
Were you at...
I did think about it.
So you...
Vampire...
話ですよ。
Goodbye.
What どうするかな。
Not a good... Over there! There's one of them vermin! Need someone serious about keeping people out. First place to look. Need someone serious about keeping people... It's one of them! You filthy piece of shit! Keep your eyes on them! I shall fear no! No!
It's locked, all right. That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That doesn't work. That gate should shut properly now. I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, new boy, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! My power you cannot comprehend! Dictates of Ascalon! Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name! And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle, like a banshee to hand the crushes snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn. Power you cannot comprehend. Foolish Ekon. I shall tear thee apart and spill thy blood to the pit. Return to your apothecary and needles. Your blood is now mine. Down, stay down. I
It's locked. At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath.
Safe we are, still. Drink now. This isn't the blood of a vampire.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Egon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
So was it you that Sean Hampton...
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Keep your distance, Echo. Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was a pleasure. We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
This is despicable. Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it. Brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me. And now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Why do you live here?
Live. Here.
What are you hiding?
From the guilt. The shame.
Why don't you leave the city?
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of...
We ask but one thing. Reveal to...
For how long?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet.
Thank you. Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go.
Sir, you have no...
For fuck's sake.
It's my...
I'm safe.
I see.
Do you think I'm stupid? The Night Asylum, the Turquoise Turtle, even Miss Gillingham's attic. I tried them all. No, this is my...
落ちた。違うか。3人。喪失。 これやらないといけないんだね。
It's locked, all right.
これも大体同じところだ。
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
これか、矢印。ん？よし、ここだ。
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
It's locked. It's locked.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day, I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
I believe you, Sean. In fact, I envy the peace you found and will remember it.
There is love and compassion in your heart. You only need to give it wings.
Thank you for your kind words, Sean. Continue your noble efforts. You are a good man in bad times.
Keep to the light, my friend. Like all my flock, you have a home here. Anytime you're in the neighborhood.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Glad to see you.
Did you see what?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you.
A woman screamed.
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye.
You again.
You speak of
You bet I am.
You lost your job.
Those bastards.
Isn't the whole point...
A few nights back.
What really happened? Did you see...
No, I didn't.
Really?
Because this sexist pig...
Well, I'll... Good evening.
Doctor...
Did you...
Actually, yes. He...
Why is it?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground.
Who?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course.
You've never faced, let alone killed a vampire.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Stop fooling yourself.
Well, that's not true, sir.
Oh, really?
We...
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Tell me about the vamp.
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying.
You cared about her. That's what
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I...
Goodbye. It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
うん。僕だ。ああ、うん。なんかいる。
Good evening. I'm Dr.
Rest assured, I will help you.
Your merchandise.
None taken, sir.
Let me be frank.
Who the hell are you to question?
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale.
And what should I do then, sir?
What can you tell me about...
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since it's...
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but...
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what...
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum.
There is no shame in asking...
I don't feel okay with that.
Show me what you have. Good evening, miss.
I already took my medic.
I'm sorry.
Don't tease me like that, Jack.
I think I should come in.
An epidemic, you say?
It's locked.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed.
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor.
What can you tell me?
Oh no, I don't...
Who are the more...
Well, I heard about...
Is anyone...
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living...
Goodbye, Miss.
こいつか。病気じゃないか。
Do you require...
I'm...
Out.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss.
あと一人がおらん。どこにおるんだ。あ、こいつがさっきの。いや、違うな。どこにいるんだろう。点在しすぎなんだよ。
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the colour of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my life.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument between us.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
It's locked, all right.
ますか。一人わからんけど。でも結構イベントがいっぱい。結構かな。いいもん。イベントをするのいい感じないけど。どうしようか。ちょこ見ようかな。結構近いんじゃない？こっちか。上だな。これでいいけど。こっちある。いやいや、いる。どうしようか。ああ。必要だな。こうやるか。
Step away, sir.
？This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Mine is mine! Crush the leech, boys! The leech has taken!
どうしたいから。
It's on him! It's on him! Hide for this!
Giselle's stolen money. Everyone has some unethical ways of financing their war.
いいんか。
You
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed
I knew it!
Yes. Here it is.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. I'm...
Will you give the money back to your
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed...
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's...
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that...
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder?
Who killed him?
No.
Why does that upset...
I wish I had found the time.
Well,
この辺のサブクエが一応経験値もらえるのか。燃やしてしまった。
Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the poster...
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the
Tell me, Ichabod. What?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Goodbye.
あとは遠いから入ってみようか。あっちのクエストも港のところ活性化しとくか。こいつだっけ？こっちだっけ？こっちか。
Best be on your way home. Die first!
上？
Best run along home, sir.
もう上はどうやって？
Sir, step away.
上がどう？はい。うん。回っていかないといけない。
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here. This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? I cannot enter.
Did you hear me?
Streets to let her expire and be found here. You're surprising. Occasionally.
Oh God,
murdering bastard!
Away with you!
Freeman shall prevail! Fear no evil! We do the...
やばゴリゴリしすぎたか。
I said stay away, sir! See them fancy cars? This one's a top! Oh, Christ!
You're surprising. Occasionally, you make a good point.
How's that?
We're being misled. Or worse, we're being baited.
Keep going! dead! Not me, brother! You're done for him!
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Only a golden watch in her pockets. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
Jonathan.
What was that? I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you. They've all been butchered. I can still sense a presence.
Come to me.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell Scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were. In front of me. On a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
Oh, So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head, one in particular, that of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal, not for our poisonous kiss, not even for the lies you tell yourself. No, it's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. Assassin! Kiss me again, sweet brother. Rest in peace, monster. Kin, you've burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster. Come to me, Jonathan. Give me your blood, priest. Final thoughts are just to die for. Abomination. What have you done? Assassin!
めっちゃ回復してるやん。今気づいたけどめっちゃ回復してるやん。血吸ったからか。
Come to me, Jonathan. Abomination. Rest it.
素直に血吸ってかったのか。あ、いった強っ。これ素直に吸うべきだな。どうせ吸われるんだ。どっち？いいな。間違えた。
Jonathan, kill him. Revel in your true nature. You left me to... What have you done? Abomination! Come to me, Jonathan. You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster. Kiss me again, sweet brother. Assassin! Because you spared Northampton, don't expect the same. Rest in peace, monster. Abomination. Kiss me again, sweet brother.
マジで強いんだけどこいつ。面白いだよな。やばいやばいやばいやばいやばい。ちょっとでも。今のは分かっていたが。痛い痛い痛い。もう無理だこれ。最後のこいつ。
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
Oh.
I will find a cure, Mary.
俺なら殺す必要ない。
I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
番号。いや、それだったら。
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight?
I was conducting research.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it, but we still stand.
What news do you...
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
How bad is the...
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now. The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
Tell me more about the violence.
Jeffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Pre-Wen patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is, nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole? Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
What of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
Thank you, Ed.
風変が割と嬉しい。直しに行くか。今から行けるのか。あ、行けるな方。下通っていくか。
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
まあそうでもないんだけど。ダメージはいくんだが、君もなんかあっちの方が強くない？やり方が悪いだけかな。誰だっけ？スロボシャオシュってどこだっけこいつ。
Goody.
You look ill. Well, goodbye, mister.
Who distributes flowers? Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Iつどこよ。どこに？
You are blinded by your false faith.
戻れっつって。2頭だ。わからん。これほんまめんどくさいな。ホワイトチャペルに戻れっつって戻りますってなったはずだから、ここにいるはずなんだ。どこに？上上がれないのか。ない。
Littering the streets, not me.
Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
これがない。なんかいた。
Good evening.
Wang.
How do you feel? You should.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I've decided to.
Giving out.
I am a rich.
That's...
I've noticed.
この辺の話を
Why don't...
I thought
Why?
I am a woman.
How...
I've decided.
Do be careful.
That's true.
Do you still think about your departed?
Of course.
I know...
ごめん。
Maybe.
いや、マジか。適当にやりすぎた。マジか。
How...
My.
Goodbye.
雑にやりすぎた。マジか。めっちゃ雑にやったら、こんなこと。いなくなる。牧師マジどこいるんだろう。そもそも牧師って食べなかった？Google があったらいいのかな。どこおるんや。わからん。なんかこっちの辺にいたような気もするんだけど。
Your prey is mine now.
いないぞ。わかんね
え。I have this thirst for blood.
ダメだ。もう探す気力がなくなった。行こうか。もう倒さないといけない。
Get them weapons! We have to stop it!
なんか間違えてるなこれ。ダメージ与えるんじゃなくて。
Best stay back, sir.
流れてホテルに行くか。寝たらさ、またどういうのないな。多分なんか家の中にいたような気がしなくもないんだけど。まあいっか。マジでさ、どこいるかわからん。ダメだ、寝るのを最低限にして。最悪死ぬんかな。これやったらわかるかも。
Like a secret or a plot I must reveal.
上。
You're feeble!
Die, leech!
これ誰
Gotcha! This is my territory! You're mine! The prey is mine!
bleeding.
もさどうしたか。すごいな。あ、板ボクシ。分かった。これなんか3。
Good evening.
Leave me alone, I...
It cannot be safe for a...
Well, a voice never...
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
So what is the...
I'm Dr. Jonathan...
Dr. Reed? The eminent surgeon? My God.
You flat...
No, sir, I...
You seem...
Actually...
Yes, thank you. Do you know...
I'm no expert, but I learned it in...
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so...
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
How is... And what else?
I know you...
Yes.
Yes,
Does someone...
My sister Loretta...
Do you not...
Loretta is the best...
Where did...
Well, let's just...
What, so...
I won't hide the truth from you.
Goodbye,
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
It's locked, all right.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
What can I do?
Goodbye.
どっから手に入れないといけないのか。そういうことだよね。今持ってるってことはないよね。
Good evening.
Is it... What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late?
What?
Goodbye,
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Interfere with my hunt!
なんだろう。絶対に。ヴァンパイア的なポップもよく出てくる。
It's mine! I'll take it!
ここでどう仕打ちしてくれるんですか。あ、これ無理か。だよね。 やるじゃん。
It's locked, all right.
マジかよ。いけないのか、こっちから。ここがない。食べるなら別にいるのかな。いいよ。
Steady, boys! You've got one of them! Die, Case! Want some of that? Fight for this!
頑張れー。いい感じに両方が削られて
You leave, kid!
いい感じに削られてくる。どっち？また出てきた。
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment. It's locked. I cannot enter. So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might...
How have you
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to...
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course, to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the Guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Why use you to
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information, and then...
Have they threatened you?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously...
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well.
Should I trust...
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ.
Why meet them?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current...
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
How powerful?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals.
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous...
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Priwen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Priwen and the
I doubt it. If Priwen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resource.
Should we fight back?
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only...
What is a...
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Priwen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Priwen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I...
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal, but I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No. You will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
When will we...
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose.
Will you not visit...
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go,
my friend.
but come back to me soon.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
Oh, ちょっと多いじゃん。レディーなんかつかれてんの。ワンレディー。回収できるじゃん。ひどいよね。金の日記とか全部取っていくって、ある意味マジです完全に泥棒じゃないか。人殺しだとか言いながら一番ひどいよね。
It's locked.
ある意味ロックされてるもの以外は全部取っていいっていう感じの体感。お
Hello again, John.
Sorry to disturb you.
Of course, my dear.
Do you think we shall ever see better days?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that
When all of this is over, the war...
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes,
Will you tell me your story?
one of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to...
Concerning...
Yes?
Are you truly seeking to...
I cannot promise you anything, but yes.
Do you know if the...
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
Goodbye.
なんだった？経験値とかもらえないのか。どっかな。どっかな。これ池っていうのは結構 ああ。
It's locked, all right.
Hmm? Like it. Got it. Like it.
Cross yourselves! Yeah! Murdering bosses! No!
I cannot enter.
Recognize him?
No. This one ain't on our list.
Well, that's one less anyway. It'll make McCullum happy.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Better go home, sir. Stop now!
It's locked.
Crush the leech, boys! Killing's all you deserve. Killing's all you deserve.
強っ。とりあえず到達したいな。
I cannot enter.
Better go home, sir. Oh, I'm talking to you, you twat!
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really...
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
But I'm not dead, Mother.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you. As pale as my Mary.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Have you returned to Whitechapel?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary?
It was just
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Do you need anything, Mother?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan.
I'll stay as long as I can.
Just one thing.
Are you working?
Not recently.
I recently met a talented...
I'd be glad to meet.
She's not famous, and her...
The important thing is, I hope you two get along.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye. Yes, Jonathan. Spending next summer in France. Absolutely. Why not?
It's locked. Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister.
I know, Avery.
Miss Reed expected you to return to her
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's
Has she received...
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
What is the
For a time, the West End seems spared by the...
Have you no relatives anywhere?
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay.
I'm sorry,
Your mother was strong, sir.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry,
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his...
This house is dead, Avery.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here...
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
You really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical...
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
Goodbye.
Of course.
Summer in France. Absolute. Jonathan.
Do you think Avery is right?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on...
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you...
Have I changed that much, Mother?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that...
Goodbye.
Goodbyes. Audrey, I'm not sure visiting Italy is a good...
Women of all countries unite! Support the equality! Between men and women! Women die too in this war! Where shall I...
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few...
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing?
Is there something...
Too much selfishness and individual...
Even if that's partly true.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then?
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How the
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady.
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try.
Oh, that would be top-notch.
Tell me about your...
What do you want to...
Who are your real...
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother.
Do you live...
I still spend...
How did you meet, lady?
First, I was an orphan in...
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked...
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor.
What exactly...
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir.
Does it not scare you to know?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed?
Of course not. You have...
Good to know. And don't worry.
Your mother is not...
I believe she thinks the same about...
Do you know why?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Why do you still hope to be...
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay?
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
Your mother has refused to turn you into...
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage, just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Never. That would be betraying your mother's trust. She would never forgive us.
For sure. But look on the bright side. We would have it...
Or an eternity to run away from your mother.
Yes. I think it's wiser to let go of that part of the plan.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
I'm hungry. Where shall I eat tonight?